I had to go and use StreamYard, bro. I don't know if I accidentally closed my computer the wrong way. I don't know. You lot were here. Everyone that was here yesterday knows, yeah. I done the stream for how many? Like I done a 2 hour stream yesterday. 2 hour stream yesterday I done, bro. 2 hour stream. And all of a sudden it keeps telling me there's an error and it's crashing my what's it called? It's crashing my graphics card, which means there's no video of whatever, and it's just ending my stream, bro. And it's not my internet. My internet is working perfectly fine. So now it put me off what I was doing, bro. What is this? Does it show? Yeah, it does, bro. And obviously, because I never change anything, it's on a slow latency as well. I don't like StreamYard, bro. Do you know what I mean? Now I don't even know what I was saying, bro. They fully put me off. Big up to Mali as well in the chat. Big up to you. I know you're happy, bro. I was watching your video, bro. I watched your video earlier for like 5 seconds and then it got too cringe and then I changed it, bro. You know? I couldn't watch it, bro. I swear down, I couldn't watch it. You know what I mean? I couldn't watch it, bro. Ah. Everyone's tired of me as well. I think this is like the third stream that I messed up. And listen, I got nothing to say, bro. You know, all I've got to say is apologize. You know what I'm saying? You can even say unprofessionalism. You know what I mean? It's dark, bro. I'm telling you, but it's dark. There's nothing I can say but apologize. Do you know what I mean? Anyone that watches me frequently knows this is not how my streams go, bro. The only time this has ever happened before, uh, is mad. Yasser even StreamYard the stinker with Chelsea. Nah, this is StreamYard. You can see I got the dirty logo on the corner, or on this side. And yeah, man, it just is what it is, bro. Do you get me? We're here. Big up to everyone that keeps pulling up. I apologize. You know what I'm saying? Apologize for all the stuff that's happening in it. But yeah, man, we're trying our best. We see we persevere, man. Persevere. I don't know. It's too late for me, bro. If obviously I missed some of you guys' comment. I know Sai was commenting and stuff like that. I started to go through it, and obviously because the stream ended, anything that you guys put on the previous stream, put it in the chat. Hopefully we don't need to end this stream, bro. Do you get me? Yeah, I know this idiot put this in the stream. I know. You know what I'm saying? I know. Oh my days, bro. Yeah, this is long. I swear to you lot, bro, this is long. I've already said this before, and I told you guys from earlier. My what's it called? My title thing's over, innit? Do you get me? Like the whole title thing, the title. Sorry, my season's over, bro. And I still obviously gonna get cooked for certain things here, but I don't know, man. Like I'm just someone that doesn't take a lot of things seriously, innit? Which is why I usually just like I'm someone that's able to switch off. I can't fight. I'm not gonna like fight myself mentally, bro, all the time. You get me? I ain't doing it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? I am not doing it. I just watched the game. I couldn't really watch the full game today. I watched like 70 minutes of it or something, and then or less, not even less than that. I watched the first half, watched a bit of the second half, and then nah, I dipped, bro. Do you know what I mean? I dipped. So even look, bro, how can I can't even fix this, bro. I don't even know what's going on. Yeah, can't do it like that. Um, we have the visual effects, of course. Yes, we do. Yeah, maybe I should use the OBS for my background, but you never know. Probably crash that, but that would probably crash too. That would probably have crashed too. Um, let me save this thing that I have going on in my background here, so that I can just. Yeah, just save it anywhere, bro. Just save it here. Let me just see if this is actually. Yeah, this is it. So let me upload the new thumbnail for this here, so that people don't. Big up to Benji as well. That's pulling up, because otherwise everyone's just seeing my head top, bro. Like it's like a Leroy stream. Do you know what I'm saying? Like a Leroy stream. People are just seeing my head top, bro. Okay. So let's get into this now, and let's actually. Yeah, man's laughing. Why are you laughing, bro? I can't even play my clips. You see what I'm saying? I can't even play my clips, bro. It's just gonna be me talking, bro. You know what I mean? But I don't need the clips, but can't be as entertaining as I wanted it to be. Is she saying it's honestly whatever season, don't protect your mental space, don't let this team kill you. Exactly, bro. Exactly. That's what I'm on. I'm not gonna lie to you, man, bro. That's what I'm on. I'm on the don't ruin your mental space. That's what I'm on. Cause bro, listen, everyone's team has a period where they don't perform well. Everyone's team has a period where things are going wrong. It's not something new, innit? Do you get me? It's not something new. But it's still something that you want to make sure your team does well, innit? And the whole time, you see what the club. Obviously, I've seen the video of Bowley sitting in the stands looking stressed, bro. Do you get me? He's just sitting there like this, bro. He's fuming. Period being a season. Yeah, I know. I know. That's what I mean. But it's like every time you think, this is the thing. I said to myself, I don't get played more than once, innit? So every time things go well, you're smiling, and then you think, you know what? Maybe this team's right. It's turning a corner. Do you know what I mean? Those are the things you're thinking about, and then as soon as you kind of start to get comfortable, they do something stupid. Do you get me? They do something stupid. Hey, big up to KJ. He knows what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? But yeah, when your season's ended early, and for the people that are coming in now that don't know what we've been through in the last, let's see, how long has it been now? 51 minutes. I wasted an hour of my stream time, I done 3 streams. 2 of them crashed. The third one is on StreamYard, and it's only been going on for 12 minutes, bro. This is what you call stinker. Yeah, I even got the Jedi, the green thing, you know what I'm saying? The Jedi thing around my head. But we're not gonna escape the conversation, bro. You know what I mean? Man said, "Don't talk like that. Never cook, brother." Hey, big up to Natalie, bro. I know what you mean, because Chelsea is becoming sides. Hey, listen. Okay, you see that's. I only saw the bit where he said, "Yeah, I'm looking for another team." I didn't see the whole Chelsea becoming side chick. Yeah, no, I can't have that. But I get where you're coming from in terms of how stressful it's been, innit? I get where you're coming from, how stressful it's been. But yeah, I don't think, damn, the whole thing disappeared, bro. But you see where I'm coming from, innit? You see where I'm coming from with this, man. Let me see what everyone's saying. Come on, my bro. Big up to you, bro. Are you Matisse out? Man said I was never Matisse in to begin with. To be Matisse out. Do you know what I mean? I wanted a good. I said, yo, if you're gonna sack Maresca, get me a good manager, bro. You know what I'm saying? Get me a good manager and then or great manager, and then we can talk. Get me a good manager, and then we can have the conversation. Yeah. But instead, we just throwing away all the points. We're throwing away everything. You know what I mean? We're not doing our jobs. We can't even beat Newcastle, depleted Newcastle. For everyone that missed the previous stream, you get me. And when I say previous stream, I'm talking 20 minutes, not even 20 minutes ago. You know what I mean? You guys saw, I was talking about the lineups and everything. And like I said to you, lot, man, it's looking dark. So even if I share my screen, yeah, I don't even need to share my screen. There's no need. There's nothing special about why I show the screen. But it's just it's mad. Cole Palmer grilling, we will be there. Bro, listen, Cole Palmer's been poor, innit? There's nothing that's gonna come in and like, give me like all these excuses. I've blamed Cole Palmer for one thing. I understand that he wants to go to the World Cup. We all understand that. But if he had gone and done got his surgery, yeah, because I know it's probably not just his fault because they decided they wanted to see if they could get him to um if they could get him to get the whole issue to heal organically, whatever you want to call it, whatever the way it is, just but with time and blah blah blah, right? And obviously, once that takes a bit of time, you then don't want to do the surgery after because it's already taken a lot of time. And you can say, you know what, you should have just done the surgery early on. However, they haven't done it. He should, I said, probably at some point, he should have just got it. Cole Palmer's young enough. Like, even if he doesn't go to this World Cup, he'll probably go to the next one. If he's fully fit, obviously, you can't predict the future and you can't always say that someone will be, I'll be in the next one anyway. You can't predict that. But yeah, like I said, man, he's gone there and he's been trying to play. In some games, he hasn't. In a few games now, he hasn't been good enough. And yeah, he's gone to this show today. And today, you know how he played today? He played like Kamavinga, bro. He played like he was a six. Not even Kamavinga's an insult. He played like a deep line playmaker up front, bro. All he did was just pass the ball sideways. Not even deep line playmakers too far. Give me like who's them players that just keep it ticking in midfield? That's how he played like. If you kind of get what I'm saying now, you'll get what I'm trying to say. He literally just got the ball, passed it to the guy next to him, got the ball, passed it to the guy next to him, got the ball, passed it to the guy next to him. Just keep the ball ticking. That's what he did. Today, it's almost like his job was just to keep the ball ticking. I know he had that one shot saved by Ramsdale, and he had the other shot, the little like half volley that went out, that curled away from goal. Besides that, weren't really there. But I know people keep saying Palmer, 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 and I know people from outside want to say Palmer. But yeah, I agree with everyone in terms of he's been poor. And has the injury been the reason he's been poor? Most likely, yes. But at the same time, it's a team game, isn't it? It's about everyone performing, not just Palmer, because then you just keep getting away with it. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, Palmer helped me. Oh, Ja Pedro scored and won us the game. You keep getting away with the headaches. Essentially, you just keep dodging the main problem and finding yourself, you just essentially just throwing everything under the carpet. And I've said this in the previous one, yeah. When your manager, or sorry, when you're attacking, when your creative sparks, in terms of usually our creative players are Palmer and then Enzo Fernandez when he plays in the 10. They're supposed to be our creative sparks and all that. Yeah, if they are not on their game, And I'm talking specifically more Enzo Fernandez because Cole Palmer this season hasn't been on his game. But when Palmer or this brother is on his game, you see this guy bagging. Remember with Napoli, Palmer's the one that assisted João Pedro for the goals. You know, Enzo Fernandez assisted this guy and that brother when he was scored. Like when they're on it, we play a bit better. If they are not on it, forget about us winning. You know what I'm saying? Forget about us winning. Because then it's just side to side to side. I feel like I've watched 6, 7 years of just side to side football, bro. Side to side football. Arbeloa clears team and Matisse. Bro, Arbeloa's got a better team. Even though he's beaten Elche and them man with a lot of injuries, he still has very good players in it. Do you know what I'm saying? I'd take Rudiger centre back right now. Dean Howson was someone that we wanted. You know what I'm saying? So doesn't mean I've never said Rossini is that guy. People keep telling us Rossini this, Rossini that. None of us ever said Rossini is that guy. If someone there said it, great. I've always said, let me just see what he can do. And these men are so obsessed with bringing him to my club. Let me see what he can do in it. Do you know what I'm saying? Otherwise, people are just waffling, bro. Okay, big up to my take. The problem with the manager is that he can't beat any big teams. It's looking dark. That's something that we had to figure out as Chelsea fans. And obviously, I know and the other Chelsea fans in the chat will tell you, yeah. When he came in and he's beating other teams, I'm like, cool. Arsenal's a test, and it shows what are you doing in those games. He lost all the Arsenal games. Cool. Well, let's see what you're gonna do now. You got a PSG. He lost that game. He keeps losing the games that we expect him to win. I expected us to beat Newcastle with a rotated side today, especially today. Tonali is not there. Bruno Gamarash is not there. I don't know who else is not there, but I expected them to beat with a rotated side. Forget us with our stronger side and playing the same side essentially that played PSG the other day. Yeah, so if Usam tries on Ahwa, remind him Liverpool's supposed to be back to back first and get number 21 to cook Fergie. Hey, I said cook Fergie. Hey, listen, he moved Ahwa to 10. He tried to do Ahwa like 8 or 8:30 or whatever it was. Me and everyone else said, well, we're going to Tarawih. He then said, oh, 9 o'clock, he tried to make it. We all said, yo, we can't make it at that time. Which is why even when what's the guy's name that was on it? Remember when Andrew Wintersurfer was covering for me a couple of times, yeah? It's all the streams he did before 10:30 or 11 o'clock, yeah? So when I didn't, even those times when I was supposed to be cooked but couldn't make it and he brought someone else in, I usually came in the time that I told him I could make it, and I came in and done the rest of the stream, even if there was cover for me. So I never ducked. He just uses the whole Yasser's ducking thing, so the chat gets onto me, innit? I know, but listen, it's YouTube, bro. It is what it is. Players are bozos, 100%. Rossini's a United fan, though. He won't let Chelsea get Champions League football. I don't care, bro. I mean, I don't see our next win. I agree, bro. I mean, if you're too cool, why would you take a crippled Palmer to the World Cup anyway? Listen, Baran, I know you're a Real Madrid fan, yeah. Yeah, but don't keep getting on to me. Kamavinga's whatever, you need to take him away from my hands. Listen, I don't know about the whole Kamavinga stuff. Right? Yeah, I know he gave the ball away today, but that doesn't mean he's rubbish, bro. Keep the play jiggling. Who said that, bro? Why do you keep coming up with these mad words, bro? Why for that? Who said that? First you said, what did you say? Throw it back, FC or something, and now you're saying this, but no one in the chat saying that. So I don't know where he's coming. I don't know why he's bringing these things from, bro. Uh, yeah. Make sure you smash the likes, people. 17 people in the building, only 5 likes. Keep hitting the like button. I know some of you forgot you hit the like button because you hit the like button on the other streams, you know. My bad. But um, the Garnacho cutback where Palmer refused to shoot with his right foot. I didn't see that. You know what I mean? But probably I wouldn't be surprised. He probably moved it to his left foot and then tried to shoot. You know what I mean? I've seen it all, bro. I've seen it all. You just feel like Palmer's playing within himself, innit? And I feel like it's just it's just going against you, bro. It's against us, bro. Big up, yes, I'm telling you, bro. We'll never hit the end of it if Arsenal scrubs win the league. Listen, at this point, they're closer than they were before. So they're obviously going to be more confident. Do you get me? Ahmed, they will win it. Just firm it, bro. Yeah, bro. They'll win it. Just accept it. We can't score openly unless either one of them is having a good game. Palmer's taking the miss and he's moving in 0 for 5 speed. I don't know, man. And you're right. They're one of those when they have a good game, we're more threatening offensively. If they don't have a good game, we're just passing sideways. I'm looking back at it's probably ever since after Potter. No, okay, nah. Pochettino, we didn't play too much sideways football, but we played a bit safe in it. We played very safe. I feel like we played very well, not necessarily, but if the man to man press didn't work and we weren't playing what's called high pressing and things weren't working, we were just passing it back and forward, yeah. But we just had the Sassy and that at the back, so it was worse. But Maresca was just pass a lot of side. It was a lot of possession football. But if you don't take your opportunities, that will kill you. That we had that issue, and now we feel like we have a player up front that can score. We are playing a bit better in terms of what we're doing on the pitch than it was. It's a bit faster, but it's still not good enough. How do you play the way you played against PSG the other day? And all you need to do is play less to that level than you did now, and you still don't win. We didn't even score. Forget, we didn't even leave with a draw. At least them other games, it was like we were drawing. We were scoring. We were supposed to be comfortable. We were drawing games, and then we kept it moving. Now we can't even draw, bro. Yeah, let's just throw points away because we ain't got a difficult running. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make sense. I was never with him for the reason he was hired for a yes man. You see me, the yes man thing. Look, I have an issue with the way Rafinha talks in it. I know that he's very well spoken. I know that he knows everything, you know. But there's a lot of things he says that annoy me in it. Don't tell me this player is world class when we know he's not world class. Don't tell me Sanchez is world class and then you don't play him against PSG and then Jurgensen messes up and then you don't see him in the lineup. Then they tell you he has a groin injury because we know he didn't clap the fans. We all knew that with the way he reacted, he'll probably not play in this game. This is why I put him in the lineup, not just because I would have put Sanchez in this lineup, but I just knew that after what he did, he's definitely not playing. Do you get me? He just sometimes makes these weird decisions, yeah, that just don't make sense. Where is the thingy? Bro. What else was it? How are you, bro? Oh yeah. Your recruitment has been as bad as ours. The midfielders you have profiles will never work together in a stretch of 38 games. Way too fragile. They don't create enough. Okay, can you name the midfielders? Because you keep saying midfielders. The one person that I can't say anything bad about in to a certain extent is Caicedo. Andre Santos started a little bit rough, but he's been playing well. And he's someone that's been helpful, especially playing in the pivot with Caicedo and breaking the lines. Do you know what I'm saying? He's been playing really well. I don't know why we haven't seen him. Saul made the mistake against Arsenal, if you want to call it a mistake, and then we haven't seen him since. So, and the two centre backs that cost us the game against, even though the goalkeeper did as well, but Fofana was at the crime scene multiple times. He was at the crime scene today, and he's not playing him. Now, we're not lagging. How can we be lagging, bro? There's no way we could be lagging. Nah, my stream's good, bro. My internet's good. My stream's good. Am I still lagging? Nah, no lag. It's no lag. Everything here is green, bro. I think it might be YouTube or is your phone, bro. I'm good over here, mate. I was gonna say, StreamYard, you only need your internet, but it's just it's very basic, bro. It's for people that don't know how to use technology. So everything's just there. All you have to just click, click, click. The best thing about StreamYard is that you could just bring in guests. You know what I mean? That's the easiest thing to bring guests in. That's the only reason I'd use it. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Palmer's moving in 2 FPS, but I need you to explain to me what you mean without midfielders, bro. Because Andre Santos, I have no issues with him. Obviously, Asugo's been injured. If you look at Enzo Fernandez, is the guy that's been very inconsistent. And who's the other player? Can someone tell me who the other players is? Caicedo, even his passing, he's passing better than Enzo Fernandez in certain games, bro. When the other guy's supposed to be the better passer. And then we want him to. He's essentially because Enzo obviously is not playing in midfield. If Reece James is not playing with Caicedo, this brother's sitting on his own in midfield, bro. 500 million, 2 transfers, record to fight for top five. You can't call this. The 500 million, 2 transfer records. I hear it, bro. I hear it. Um, Ahmed good besides football. Yeah, same. Do you think you'll make top five, bro? If we win it, if I'm sorry, if we make it to top five, it's whatever in it. You know what I'm saying? If we make it, I've always said people, I don't care, bro. I thought this season top five was just a uh we should have been slotting in. We should have been comfortable top five. Same way like a City and Arsenal. Obviously Arsenal's winning. They look like they're winning the league. So like they already there, innit? At this point, it looks like they're already there. Big up to Black Crow, my guy. Diamond just won us the league. Yes, I told man Diamond's a baller, bro. Man are telling me you can't play a 16-year-old. Yeah, me. Why would you play a 16-year-old? Listen, if he's good enough, he's old enough, bro. If your wingers are not doing the job, just play him instead. Our best winger is probably Estava, bro, and he's 18. Bro, just play that winger, bro. We are doomed. Time to enjoy real life more. Listen, I've been enjoying real life. You get me? Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Big up to Beijing Gunner, bro. You get me? I know. Listen, I ain't checked my phone, innit? So I don't really know what the group chat been saying. We probably have like 700 to get me 800 messages, but Ramsdale left for the clean sheet. Yeah, that's the dark bit. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the dark bit, bro. I've just turned that. Yeah, same. Sorry, I've just tuned out. 100%. I've tuned out at the end of end of the year, bro. I tuned out from they sacked the manager and they didn't have a replacement ready in terms of a adequate, like a good replacement. Do you get me? Or someone that can do the job properly to the end of the season, and then you can get your big time manager to keep to whatever. I was like, okay, cool. I get what you lot are doing. You're not just trying to waste time now. You see, I want top five. Like I want Champions League football. My only problem is I know that if we get Champions League football, we've already known how this ownership moves, right? So if we get Champions League football, they'll just probably not spend again, or spend but not spend well, not get the right players to actually do the right things. Like I really wanted top four last season, but this season is like I thought it was a formality. That's the word I was looking at. I just wanted formality. We should be in top four. Let's fight for something else. But yeah. And then what else was I gonna say? Now and then obviously you're in Champions League again. Now you're getting embarrassed in the Champions League because your team's not good enough. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. Do we actually care about top five? That PSG defeat, who gives? If I'd rather have PSG thrash us 4-0 instead of 1-0, so these owners are forced to change the model. Listen, I'm hoping and praying they change the model, bro. With those quotes we saw the other day, we don't even know if they'll change the model. Do you get? We don't even know if they'll think about changing the model, bro. Unpopular opinion, I think Chelsea attack is the worst in the big six teams. Big six teams? I don't think so. I don't think our attack's not worse because our attack is not worse than Arsenal's. City got a better attack than us, and that's I'm not including Garnacho, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm taking him out. But if I'm talking about Palmer, Estevao, João Pedro, like those players, we got better players than some other teams. The problem is our issue's never been our issue's never been 1 2 players. We got like an inherent problem. One problem is our discipline. The second problem is our concentration, but that's also part of the centre back problem that we have. I think, and a lot of people don't understand, if we get good centre backs or great, like very good centre backs, this team will change levels because you're supposed to build from the back forward, innit? You don't do that from the front backwards. Yeah, you can have a good striker, you can have a good midfielder, but you're just getting away with games here and there. I still think we have issues. Like I do agree that a lot of people actually do think this, and it's not something that is very far from reality. So what I mean by that is like if people said you are right, it wouldn't hurt me, innit? Because I also think that we have players that probably shouldn't be there no more. Do you get me? I think Neto shouldn't be there. I think Neto shouldn't be there. Who's the other brother, bro? Neto shouldn't be there. Garnacho shouldn't be there. Gittins, I need to see more of Gittins, even though he looks like he's closer to the door than he is now, like than he is there. Then you have all the defenders has to go. Every single defender, yeah, besides Saar, because he ain't done anything wrong. But like all of the other ones have to go, bro. Do you get me? Bro, you're not better than Arsenal attack. Estevao hasn't done anything in the Premier League. Or in my take, who do you support? Who do you support, bro? Winger wise, I'll take it. And winger wise, I'll take it. Do you know what I'm saying? I agree. Garnacho, Neto, Palmer, Estevao, João Pedro is your front three. And then you tell me what front three, because you're saying we got the worst front three. Yeah, but your front three is better than our front three, though. Like, I don't understand. I think you expect me to say that. No, I rate your. I think your front three is good. I think Sesko can do a job, even though I never really rated him that highly. I don't think he's like a great striker, but he can do a job. Do you get me? Mbumo, Ahmad, Cunha. Do you get me? And who else did I miss? You got all those players, bro. Of course you probably got a good line. You got a good front line. You keep telling me what have the Arsenal attack done in the league, bro? Do you get me? We're talking about attacks. We're not talking about the team scored 60 goals, but the defender scored the goals. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what you're talking about. You asked me the question about my attack. You get me? Neto's been in the league for a while. He's been rubbish for us. Palmer is he's already showed you, man, levels. João Pedro, we already knew about João Pedro. Garnacho, I don't rate. Never rated him before. I'm not gonna change my mind and say I rate him now. And I said he's the worst left winger in the league. Estevao, we know how talented he is. He has showed levels, but he needs to be more consistent, bro. You get me? But you can't tell me Arsenal have a better way. Which winger that Arsenal have is better than Estevao, bro? Or does Estevao have to start taking corners? You know what I'm saying? Or does Estevao have to start taking corners, bro? Hey, big up to Steve, man. Hey, listen, bro. Congrats on your win. You know what I'm saying? We didn't deserve to win the game, bro. Let me. Listen. I'll send you the game right now. The link. I'll send you the link right now. I don't even know how do you do it on this, bro. Okay, I got the link. You know, hey Steve, message me on or on thingy, innit? If you got my number, and send me a message, and I'll send you the thingy. I'll send you the link. Max Dowman's better than Saka or Estevao. Hey, listen, man's trolling, innit? Just bro, get out of here, man. Just get, bro. Listen, just get out of here, bro. One game he ran on the counter attack. One game. Most of these man don't even know who he is, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? We know who he is because I have friends that are Arsenal fans, innit? And I watch the preseason games and that with him, so I know who they are, innit? Okay, boom, I can see it. There you go. But yeah, Rooney was a beast, 100%, bro. Rooney's a beast. Nah, Diamond looks like he's a baller, bro. Diamond's a baller. I said it from early. Diamond's a baller for them, bro. Ooh. Well, how old is Yamal anyway now? Is he 18 or something? Yamal. Hey, man said 2007. I don't know. I'll probably Rooney, because I remember, I remember young Rooney. Young Rooney was a baller, but Yamal last season, Yamal was a bad man. But I'd probably still pick Rooney, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Young Rooney was sick. Yeah. That's him. Yeah, that's him. Man called him Max. What do you call it? Dalmandinho. Max Dalmandinho, bro. I swear down. Lee's a madman, bro. Big up to Lee. Listen, you see this Max Dalman, brother, yeah? I think he'll do well. Wait, big up Steve, man.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, yeah, listen, not much to say.
Dark day for you, bro. Dark.
Of course. Listen,
Pitch
of course.
black. Pitch black day for football for you, bro.
You know what it is, though, Steve? I'd watched the game, I watched the first half. That's all I did. I watched the first half, bro. I watched the first half and part of the second half. And then I had to go, I had to go somewhere. I had Lewis's stream on. And then I was like, yeah, this sounds like one of them streams that I'm saving my time by not watching the game. You get me? I just realized, thank God I didn't watch the game. And I realized I didn't miss anything. Bro, our highlights were 2 minutes 50 seconds, bro. Sky Sports only put 2 minutes 50-second highlight, yeah. We barely done anything. And I've noticed, when our creators don't do anything, like an Enzo Fernandez and Palmer, and I know Palmer's been inconsistent this season.
Palmer had so many times today to shoot, and he had the one save that Ramsdale made was a decent save. Other than that,
he had that volley, the half volley that went out. That went out.
Yeah.
But other than that, all he did was
hesitant.
You know what it is? I feel like he's just playing safe. Like he doesn't want to put too much pressure on his groin. Like he just what's
hesitant,
it
called?
Bro. What's that joke?
Yeah.
I'm only here. I'm here so I don't get fined. That one. He's just there, bro. Where he's just literally just walking around, and I feel like, you know what? This is when I started seeing that early on, in the season. I said, bro, I think it was after not Bayern. There was a couple games after Bayern. I said, you know what? Just go and get the surgery and come back. Remember when he stopped his toe and all that? I was like, yo, just get your surgery, come back, and then we'll have a chat. But he's so desperate to play in the World Cup, and I think it's also part of the club's fault, because they were saying that they didn't want him to. They wanted to see if he can heal. That the groin thing can heal naturally, over time, and it didn't. It never changed. So it's also taken away.
Reece has looked a lot better since the surgery.
Who?
Reece James. Didn't he have a surgery
Yeah,
finally?
but Reece James, obviously, it's been a while since he's come back, and I think it's him, Lavia, and Fofana are three most injured, or the players that had the like injury ridden, and they couldn't even be
Yeah.
on the pitch for more than two. Reece James has been managed back, which we also
Everyone
gave
else is
credit.
pretty durable. Yeah, you're right. Cucurella's hardly ever
Lavia,
hurt.
let me tell you about Lavia though. With Lavia, we all know, okay, cool. Once they get the surgery, they takes them a while to get back. But they don't, with Chelsea, well, under Maresca specifically, we
Yeah.
had this thing where he would not bring them back for a while, and then he'll play them a bit, and then he'll slowly just ease them into it. And the thing is, because none of our backups were like we had the Asugo, who's supposed to be Asugo, and Andres Santos were supposed to be our backups, yeah, midfielders for Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo. But Caicedo played so many games, and obviously Lavia got injured, and then Asugo got injured in pre-season, or I think it was pre-season or international, whatever it was. That Caicedo played so many games. So when we had that Karabakh game and Lavia was back, he risked him to rest Caicedo
Yeah.
because we had that run in with like Burnley, Arsenal, and all them games where we drew in Stamford Bridge.
Yeah.
He said, you know what, let me rest him because all the games are close by. But he ended up playing Lavia on AstroTurf, innit? Karabakh. And he got injured within like 8 minutes. So he's only been back now. But it is one of those things for me, innit? Where it's just the season has just oh no, look, Fofana's back, he's been playing more games. He's only been out because of red cards and let's not take precautionary, just keep him away for this game just to save him and make sure he recovers well and stuff like that. But he hasn't played well this like since he's been back. You know what I'm saying? He got sent off against Burnley, and obviously this game we've seen him. He got chopped up by my man Dembele. The other day, he had the stinker in that game.
Yeah.
And
By the way, as a neutral, what a fun game to watch. My lord. I bet you guys were stressing, but
no, I was stressing, but
that's a
I like
fun
the
game
fact
of
that
football to watch, man.
I like the fact we went toe to toe with them. But then obviously as a game in terms of like quality, we
the
knew
game
that
management towards
it
after
was like the
the
game
70th
management.
minute, it was you attacked very well in the game, and that's probably the most surprising thing out of today's game. Honestly, bro, I'm shocked you looked that poor in attack, bro. And albeit we didn't play as open and as expansive as PSG, nowhere near. But after we scored, we still maintained our press pretty high. We had Gordon pressing, we had Barnes pressing, we had Murphy pressing, we had Willock pressing real high as well. Willock was very, very advanced in midfield.
Yeah, listen, what was your pick? Your pivot was what?
Sometimes it was just straight up
Willock and Ramsey, innit?
What's that?
Your pivot was like, what was it? I just had the lineup up earlier. Ramsey and
then
Willock.
Baltimore would drop back and play as a third midfielder sometimes, which is weird. I don't like it. I really, really don't like it, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like,
but it worked. Kind of. I think it's a waste of time to play Baltimore in midfield, but for today's purposes, it worked. But that's one of my long-term concerns. But I was just surprised that you guys didn't attack as well. You guys just didn't ask enough questions of our defense. And at midfield, you guys didn't like. I thought the first 20 minutes you attacked pretty well, and you caused a threat, and I was like, oh shit, like kind of lucky to get out of that. But we scored at the perfect time. I think we scored at the perfect time, and I think it demoralized your team, bro.
Well, you guys scored in what, the 30th minute or something like that? It was let me have a look. I got it here. It was early. You're right.
Yeah, it was like 30th.
Not 18th minute. Not 18th minute.
Oh yeah.
It was early.
Yeah.
And it was one of those when it happened, I was like, you know what? Yeah. How is this like? How we conceded, but you still have 8 like with the rest of the game. So, like, I'll tell you this: when I saw the lineup, I was like, "Yo, 2-0, we can get." I expect my team
I thought you'd win 1, yeah.
I said, yeah, maybe 2-0. Because remember, because I'm looking at it as well as like the performance, like what happened at PSG. We need to fix it in this game in terms of you want to see a positive um turn in it, as in you coming into this game now. Let's show us that we know you messed up, but you've learned from your mistakes. Let's see what you do in this game, innit? And you go into this game now and you're looking at it thinking, all right, cool. He's essentially picked the same lineup, Bar Sanchez and Garnacho that started this game. I'm saying, listen, if you try to take this team against PSG, essentially, besides the goalkeeper and that left winger, when I'm looking at your lineup and there's no Bruno Guimaraes and there's no Tonali, do you get me? Obviously, your backline. I think your backline is a good backline. That Tiao brother with
That's our
Botman
best back four.
back four, and then your
That's our best
fullback,
back
you're all
four.
right.
Although
It's
Botman's been shaky because he's had a lot of injuries for us, but today he played relatively well.
And I don't know. We could have. All we needed to do was just someone from the stands bring a pigeon in, and maybe you get away with it. You could score a goal. We still didn't do that,
bro.
You know
Actually,
what I'm saying?
I think Ramsdale's a scrub. Like I don't rate the guy. To be fair, today I don't think he put a foot wrong besides a misplaced pass he had early in the first half.
Yeah.
Other than that, I thought he actually had a very strong performance. I was very happy.
Yeah, he had a good performance. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
He made the saves he needed to. He didn't offer any. The biggest thing about goalkeepers for me is when you make a save, where does it go? There's no point in making world-class wonder saves if you offer a follow-up to the attacker right away.
Which I think I saw the Real Madrid game. I think even though I didn't go in, the Donny had that. I think it was Valverde took that free kick, and that brother just done this and he pushed it back. And
and then Rudiger just on the volley.
That's the one, isn't it? Yeah.
That's unfortunate because it went off Valverde, but still, you save the ball. You get it for a corner, get it away from attacking danger.
Even Sanchez made the save. I think was it from Gordon?
Yeah,
do you get me? That was good, and I feel like, like you guys didn't have to do as much because you got your goal and it was up to us. We're at home, innit? It's our honest. We need to make sure that we do our job, And the more I keep watching this, we keep passing it side to side. You know what I'm saying? We keep passing it side to side. We keep wasting time. We play like we're 3-0 up, I don't know if you noticed. We play football like we're 3-0 up. And I watched the breakdown on BT Sport of this manager. You know how he does the tactical thing when they show you what they believe.
It'll slow it down frame by frame, and they'll do the circle.
And he'll show the little tactical thing, and he's like, oh, like my goalkeeper, the third centre back. I was like, yeah, that's all fun and well, but the one thing that stood out is when he said, I would like my team to transition as quick as possible and go from defense to attacking it. But when the games we did that in, i.e. PSG and other games, we've scored goals in it. But when we don't do that and you just see us sideways and backwards, we know how the game ends, bro. We just nick a goal from here and there. Maybe if Fofana headed the ball, or Chalaba when he got punched in the head headed that ball in. Yeah, I mean, maybe all of a sudden we'll do something else. But if I said it, and even Daniel just said it, big up to Daniel. If and I said I always get stick for this because they're saying I'm picking on Enzo Fernandez. I just expect more from him, innit? He's one of our.
I didn't see his influence in the game like that, bro. I really.
But I will get told he made some nice passes.
I thought he was the least influential midfielder on the pitch, and I'm including Voldemar in that as well.
Oh yeah. Listen, I didn't really see Voldemar like that, but he's someone that obviously you probably tell me which games, but every time I've turned on a Newcastle game, he hasn't been on the pitch. Yeah, he's been either coming off the bench, because remember there was a period where he was starting and scoring, and then there's a period when he weren't scoring, and he was getting hooked off where even when you guys needed goals, and it never made sense. I think maybe ever since Wissa came,
our management of him has been poor for a few months now. Not getting we've had injuries to Miley, injuries to Bruno Guimaraes. Willick's been injured. Freaking Ramsey had a little bit when he was out. So like I get it, but like this is when you give the academy kid a chance.
Okay, remember when Miley came in? Remember when Miley came into your team and he was like a breath of fresh air? You never know what happens. Obviously, we know Esteval's injured for us. Neto, got that one match ban because of what he did against
I
Arsenal
thought
or
the
whatever.
Joelinton sub was good. That was I wish Voltamato would just go up front. Like I don't like how he got hooked, but the fact that like once we brought on Joe Ellington, I thought it was like perfect timing.
Yeah, because then all you're doing, you're just closing us
That's
down
what the
quick.
game needed. We needed someone to just rough you guys up a bit, solidify. I thought the Burns sub was a bit too conservative. It worked out, but in certain other games, I'm like, that could bite us in the ass. But it worked for the game. Worked for the game, but yeah, in
Yeah,
regards to Enzo, bro, like I said, I didn't see his influence in the game. I really, really didn't, bro.
I agree. But this is the thing. When there's a period. But I don't know if it was just the beginning, second half, or the first half, where you like just sat back. I think it was after you scored, yeah.
Yeah.
And we just bopping. I've said this in my couple streams ago, yeah. Because long story short, my streams were crashing, yeah, and then I just jumped on StreamYard instead. But what happened is we seems to play football like we want to score the perfect goal, innit?
Yes.
Yeah, when he goes down the. Do you remember when City had that period with Sterling and Sane where all they did was just he goes out wide and then they cross it across the box and he goes past
That's all they
everyone
did
and
today
someone
against
taps you.
West Ham. That's all they did.
And
Just
then this is
passing
the
it
same
around.
now. You get the ball, we get the ball out wide. The Donnies can't cross the ball, and when they do cross the ball, the strikers are not there. And when it does fall to someone at the edge of the box, they don't shoot.
Or
Remember,
it
there was
gets
a period even the Chelsea fans were doing that thing when they're like they want Caicedo to shoot, and he just passes it to the guy next to him.
yeah.
But then even when we do shoot, we don't hit the target. I don't want Enzo Fernandez to shoot from outside the box because every time he shoots, he goes out the stadium, bro. In the box, he gets his goals. Outside of the box, they don't go in.
Yeah.
So Palmer, obviously, we've seen he can't shoot. Well, recently anyway.
Hesitant, bro. There were openings to shoot today.
Yeah. Yeah, the lap coming on, he for some reason hasn't shot, and he looks like he's linked to your club, Everton, and that. You know what I'm saying? And the more you think of it, it's just, bro, I can't lie to you, bro. It's just looking dark. The season just seems to get worse and worse and worse. Then the manager wants to overcomplicate things. I feel like sometimes people can just um do better in the team, still don't do it. Like whether it's changes, whether it's
The defensive structure of your team, and it was an issue at Strasbourg at times. And these kind of games, when Strasbourg would play a team that would sit back with mainly like lower table thing. Difference is the Liga teams will be more lively on the counter because they got technicians, they got dribblers, they get just all around got some good ballers out there. So they're more lively on the counter, and then maybe we would capitalize off them going a bit too far. They make a mistake, but we under Rosinha at Strasbourg, I loved what he did. Don't get me wrong. I think he did a good job at Strasbourg, but
you can just tell he's inexperienced. The inexperience in this team, yeah, is not even that, and the manager is just it's telling.
And your director saying that there's no statistical correlation between managers and success. Unbelievable.
I know we've struggled with sitting back, yeah. We've struggled with teams sitting back, but you have to find a way, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? You have to find a way. And yes, with the things you're talking about, I think, look, that report itself, I don't know how much I would look into that report because it's more hearsay. Do you know what I'm saying? That guy said this, that guy said that, and these men already have a blue card. That's their thing, innit? So that if they're right, they're right. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it's not right, but sometimes you've seen how they threw Matisse under the bus, bro. You know.
Saw that, yeah.
So I don't really get the point of the whole thing, but if that's what they said, I wouldn't be surprised. Do you get what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised. But the point is, like, I've always said that if you want to change things, you just fix what's happening on the pitch. Once you fix what's happening on the pitch, a lot of things around that change. Look at United, and they were losing all their games and things were looking downhill. The minute you start winning games, things change. And you see it a lot at Newcastle. Sometimes you feel like things are going downhill. You beat this team, you have a good performance against Barcelona, all of a sudden the feeling around the club is more positive. And you know what? If this keeps going, we're on the right trajectory. I think for us, we just have this thing where we either shoot ourselves in the foot or every time we do something well, we mess it up. We mess up the next game, or like there's always something.
Yeah.
There's never a dull day at Chelsea, bro. I swear, never. He wake up, he
True.
realized there's some news going on about Chelsea. Like there's always something new.
Yeah.
PSG, I was like, yo, we're playing well. I was happy. I'm like, you know what? Even if we could take a draw, obviously I want to take a win over. Same way you obviously had. Obviously it's different because you played at home in the first game. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? You're like, oh, I'm going to the Camp Nou. It's a bit different. But I'm saying, yo, even if I come away from that game, take a draw, I wouldn't be the happiest, but that would do. And then all of a sudden you throw the game away at the end. But
Yeah.
for me, it was the lineup. So I'm also thinking, I know how my club is, I know how the ownerships are, and that they're not just looking at this game, they're looking at whatever games after that. So obviously they're gonna look at this game and say, yo, I said either they're gonna rotate in this game and we'll lose it, or they're not gonna rotate and they've already thrown the PSG game away. Because sometimes they do that as well. They did that against
Arsenal.
Arsenal in the Carabao Cup. First game, they said, you know what, the new manager come in and all that. You know what, the little statement came out saying we don't really care about Carabao Cup. Top four is more important. So something like that. That's what that Sky Kaveg said.
Yeah.
He got briefed and he was on TV saying that like we're gonna be happy. We're like, nah, but there's an opportunity to win a trophy. If we're not gonna win anything else, win us a trophy, bro. I don't remember the last time won a Carabao Cup, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So go win me a Carabao Cup. I don't care. I just want to see trophies. So
Yeah.
when those are the things you hear, or those are the things you see, for me, I've already seen what the ownership do when we do get top four. Because remember, with this ownership, the more you have them, the more data you get on them. Does it make sense? Because with Abramovich, I've seen a lot I've seen how he moves since I was young, so I could tell you what happens. But with this ownership, yeah, I can moan and cry, but then the next transfer window comes in and they do everything I was moaning and crying about. So I've done essentially is gather as much data as possible, and then I can say, you know what, it's similar how we treat managers. You know, like a manager comes in, everyone's like, we don't want him. Like let's say a Carrick comes in and no one wants him, but then he plays well and then everyone has to apologize because
Yeah.
you're talking too early. Wait and see what happens, and then you can say, look, these are all the things he's doing wrong. It, with all the information I gathered, we should sack him. You know what I mean? And then not many people can argue with me because I got all the proof. Do you know what I'm saying? It's similar
Yeah.
to when we get a lineup and everyone moans, why is this guy playing? And then it works out. You know, it works out and everyone's like, oh, the guy they didn't want to play is cooking. But for me, I said, you know what, let's see how they move when we get top four. Because obviously you got Champions League football. Are the targets going to change? And the targets never changed. And that's how we were like, okay, cool. Then Champions League football doesn't make a difference. Because even if we look at United, I know they're a bigger team club and all that, but they still managed to get what? Umbumo, Cunha, who are players that managed to score 20 goals in the Premier League, whatever it's in the season. And Sesko and
They got a good
whatever.
goalkeeper. Lamens is a good goalkeeper.
Lamens is such a big example, you know, because remember, Lamens is not a big name. Most of us in the Premier League or people that watch the Premier League didn't know who he was or what he does.
I didn't even know too much. I saw maybe 3-4 games. He looked decent, but I never thought, oh yeah, that's who Man United should go and get. He'll fix their goalkeeper problems. That's what he's done, really. They like with how tragic Onana and Bayindir was, and how bad De Gea was towards his end, and so on. Like he's been really good for them. Been really good. He's done much. He's had way more good moments than bad ones. That's for damn sure.
But you know what that told me? That was like, you know, sometimes when you go in the transfer window and get a player, and it's not the player everyone wanted, but it's the right profile for your team. Even if it's like a free, you know, I always say that you, Joey, and some other people, you guys watch all these other leagues, and sometimes I might be like, I want Camavinga, but then you come up with a name like Barco or something. You know what I'm saying? And say he plays at Strasbourg. No one knows about him, but you can end up getting a hidden gem or whatever, and it works out. My thing's always been that sometimes the profile matters more, especially if you're playing systems.
Profile absolutely matters.
So if you go and get a Lamens, this is why when people say to me, well, we need, why didn't we get Manyan? I was like, well, of course I'd probably want to get Manyan because I got the goalkeepers that I have, but if there's a random goalkeeper that's very good, he can't be worse than these people. Do you know what I'm saying? So if you get him in, I doubt if it's just make sure he's at 50-50. Do you know what I'm saying? He's good with his feet, he's good with his arms, bro, and just bring him. You know what I'm saying? But we have our thing is lopsided, yeah, where Jurgensen is supposed to be good with his feet, but then Sanchez is the guy with the better hands, or whatever you want to call better shot stopper, and it becomes a thing where the PSG game, you'd probably want someone that's better with his feet because you don't want to keep giving the ball away because that's how you get hit on transitions, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then obviously at the same time, if they do shoot from outside the box or in the box, is that Donny gonna save it or not? You know what I mean? It's a crazy situation, bro. I'm telling you, it's mad. But yeah, those are the things that we're going through, bro, with this team. We're hot and cold. One week everyone's screaming our name, saying, "Yo, Chelsea look great," and then the next week it goes left, bro. Without Sanchez, we lose by 3 and 4. Listen, I know Daniel likes Sanchez, innit? Do you get me? He even changed his name to Surviving Jurgensen, you know, after one game. But I hear it though. This is why I said, just why didn't you just play Sanchez? He done well against PSG in the last time we faced him. I know that was one game and whatever, but he would have probably saved the Dembele shot, and he would have saved one of the Kvaratskhelia shots, bro.
I don't
Because one
think
of
it.
them
I
was,
don't. I'll be real. The first Kvaratskhelia goal where he cuts in and it's just a fucking zinger, curls in. I
no,
can't
no,
lie.
one of them I don't think he was saved, but one of them was
The
he was
fifth
weak.
one, the fifth PSG goal, where it's inside the box and he gets a hand on it. I think
Yeah,
Jorgensen.
that one. I think because Sanchez is not just
Someone does
taller than
better
him, yeah,
there.
but
Yeah,
he's
Sanchez. Yeah,
usually he's
yeah,
usually he gets to them in
yeah,
it, and he usually has a solid hand most of the time. But
yeah,
the point I'm making is just that I'd rather have it's like a Donnarumma thing. Yeah, he's not great with his feet, like the greatest with his feet, but you see like the shot he saved, was it from McAllister or something against Liverpool,
Liverpool.
or some of the games where he just saved them, even against Arsenal like last season. Yeah, he makes those very important saves that
Yeah,
sometimes get you out, and he has been getting us out in games, even when we have played well, and then we about to concede. Sanchez made some great saves, so it kind of didn't make sense. With Sanchez, the only thing that I've said about Sanchez that I can't fully ever trust him again, and like
yeah,
completely, because he has those moments like he did against Arsenal where he gives the ball away or where he does something stupid. But in general, he's been solid this season, and that's why a lot of people haven't heard me mention his name. So
yeah,
that was a weird one to see. Look, I know we got away with it against Villa. We played Jurgensen and it looked fine, but then when Watkins was going through most of the time, this brother was like he was non-existent. You know what I'm saying? So we conceded the one goal from that. If Watkins could finish, we'd probably concede more. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, he goes, me, Robert Sanchez Defense League. Yeah.
Bro, if you gotta have a defense league for a player, you know deep down that brother.
I listen, yeah, bro. He turned on Maresca. He's obviously turned on Jurgensen and other players.
Oh,
And then,
senior is the English Amarim.
yeah, so now
Daniels.
listen, he's never turned on Sanchez, bro. He's been telling us about Sanchez for time. Big up to Daniel.
About that one.
Even though there was a period I was calling him Hondo from SWAT. Shamar Moore, bro. That's what I was calling him, bro. I was fuming. Do you hear me? I swear that I was fuming with that goalkeeper. But this season, I haven't been able to say a lot of things about him in terms of negative things, innit? But yeah. So what's going on in Newcastle, bro? Like, how's your season like? Because obviously, the season, from what I've seen from Newcastle, I know you lost like Isak and stuff like that. We've never really spoken ever, I think, unless we've spoken on a panel or something before. But obviously, you won the Carabao Cup and that. And then, did you spend money besides Alanga?
Yeah, we brought in Jacob Ramsey for 40
Yeah,
million.
yeah. I used to watch him play at Villa when I used to work there.
He's
So I
he
used to,
to me, he's like a Mason Mount kind of.
yeah, but I feel like he hasn't done what he was doing at Villa.
Yeah,
Remember,
but
because
At Villa,
what
he's
was he
always
break?
injured,
What
bro.
do you remember when he broke through? Sorry, yeah,
Yeah,
at Villa. Was it under Gerrard? With Gerrard, didn't it?
yeah.
And he was scoring goals and he was arriving late and all that. But now
He's a decent young player. Yeah.
he's decent.
He's a decent player, but like for 40 million, and we're giving that to a direct rival,
Hey,
freeing
40
up them
million's
from
a lot,
PSR
bro.
stuff.
Hey,
Like
40 million's a lot for Ramsey.
That's my issue. Is that we overpaid for a player, number one. And number two, we gave a direct rival for European spots 40 million in PSR wiggle room. Meanwhile,
when you ask
our PSR room, what sense does that? If we was bringing in one of their standout players, like for example, if we bought Emi Martinez instead of Ramsdale, that's where it's like, okay, you're making a huge upgrade in goal over Pope. Bring in Martinez in goal. That's a huge upgrade, and he'll be worth the money you spend on him, and it'll be worth that you're giving a direct rival PSR room. Take a needle mover. If we bought Morgan Rogers from them, if we bought Morgan Rogers for them for 80 million, that makes sense because you play Rogers right in our midfield three. Put him next to Tonali. You put him next to Miley. You put him next to fucking Joelinton. You put him next to Bruno G. Like that upgrades our midfield. You get creativity from midfield. You get someone to drive on the ball. Like, but that didn't happen. We bought Jacob Ramsey, who isn't better than Miley. He's not better than Tonali, and he's not better than Bruno Guimaraes. So that was the first one. And I think he's been half decent for us. Like a 6 out of 10. Yeah? Alenga has been a horrific signing. A straight up horrific signing. I think he's maybe played 2 good games for us this season. Maybe 2 games where he's played half decent. But we paid 55 million for the guy. So that's the flop signing. He's not better than Jacob Murphy. Let's just say that. He's not better than Barnes. He's not better than Gordon. He's actually, so far, he is a downgrade on Miguel Almiron. I'm not even joking. For 55 million. Yeah? So that was poor. We brought in Yohan Wissa. I liked Wissa for a lot. I've been a huge fan of Wissa ever since he was at Lorient in France. Like 2018-19. He scored some good goals.
I didn't know you back then, but I believe you. You know what I'm saying? I know how you was.
There's a tweet I have on my Twitter when Brentford signed Wissa. I was like, yo, this guy's gonna bang for them. I think this is a fantastic signing. He was injured for half the season. Then he got his first few starts. He got 2 or 3 goals in his first 4 or 5. And then he's just been shit ever since. Didn't get a kick today. He hasn't played. He's been on the bench for us, and it's been a disaster. We paid 55 million for a 29-year-old forward with 1 year left on his deal. So again, more bad business there. And then we brought in Riddle and Ramsdale, bro.
Yeah, the thing is Ramsdale on his day is very solid. Yeah, it's just that.
But he is same thing as Sanchez, bro.
Yeah,
you can't ever fully trust him. He is so lucky that in the first half that giveaway that he had where he passed short didn't get a turnover. Y'all should have done so much better with that because that was a horrific pass.
And then to be honest, Newcastle, they're not far from the sea. Yeah.
Yeah. So that and he's had a few blunders for us this season, but you know what? Lately, he's actually been good. In the Barcelona game, he's actually been he was good. He was good today. Hope it continues. And so that's And then finally we signed Nick Voltemata for 70-80 odd million euros.
And he's not playing. Or he's playing, but he's playing in the 10 now and stuff like that.
He started out at Newcastle. Do you think
West Ham and Voltemata can both play together? Or not?
Yeah, but Eddie don't do 2 up top. The only time Wissa and Voltemata have shared the pitch together to start a game was when we played Bournemouth in the FA Cup in January. And Barnes is on the left. We beat them on penalties. It was
Because
3-3.
Gordon, I'm pretty sure, weren't in good form most of the season until
Gordon's been freaking stat padding this year, bro. He's been stat padding.
Was it not been since what? Since the Carabao game is when he started to score more consistently.
Nah, he been stat padding the whole year, bro.
Oh, has
His
he?
performance is really.
I feel like he hasn't been. I feel like every time I watch, I haven't been. I feel like
he wasn't breathtaking today. I thought the finish was good. It was nice and composed and all that shit.
Yeah, composed. Yeah.
Cool. He pressed well, but like he didn't really take on nobody or cause any havoc. I think Barnes is better than him. He's a footballer. Better finisher, better first touch. Gets into better goal scoring positions. Maybe not as flashy or whatever, but yeah, like that's the thing, bro. That's the thing. But yeah, our season overall, dude, is in the Premier League, it's been mostly disastrous, to be honest with you. And I'm not really surprised. Like, we're 9th right now on 42 points. 6 points away from you guys in Liverpool for 5th and 6th. So I guess we're not out of European contention yet. We haven't had the consistency all fucking year. We really haven't to get wins. Like we've been poor. I think the management from Eddie Howe in a lot of games. We are a cup team. We're a cup team. That is what we are. To be honest with you, we can't balance multiple competitions while getting good league results as well. That's what it is. Like, that's just kind of the manager Eddie Howe is.
1 sec.
On a cup run thing. But
so this is the table, yeah. We got 48 points. Oh my days. You're only 6 points behind us, bro.
Yeah.
And we got Everton. We got Everton next.
Is it away?
Yes.
They ain't really that good at home. I'll be real.
They already looked their thing is what lost 3-1 to. We're even us. We're on worse off form than them, bro. We drew 2, lost 2, and 1-1.
Yeah.
Newcastle. Yeah, you just got
the out of 5.
3 out of 5. Listen, this is gonna go. I think this top 5 thing is gonna be all to the end. Liverpool obviously got Tottenham tomorrow.
That's 3 points.
Brentford are playing. They got Wolves. That's probably 3 points. Even though Wolves are not an easy team to play now. With like they just sit back. They try to get 1 point and keep it moving. And that's how they play. But they're willing to take 1 point. They're kind of in their mind. They probably know they're relegated, innit? But you guys got Sunderland next, innit?
Yeah.
Is it home or away?
Well, our next game is Barcelona second leg.
Oh yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? We got.
Hey, but you know what it is, bro. You know what it is. We played them twice in the Champions League this season, albeit both are at home. You can say what you will about God, Camp Nou. It is different, but strictly performance based, bro. Like Lewis Hall locked up Lamine Yamal today. Or sorry, locked him up on Tuesday. Played outstanding. Lewis Hall has been our player of the year. I can't believe you guys sold us to him. I can't believe it.
Hey, listen, it's called the pure profit. You know, who did you sell for pure profit again?
We sold Elliot Anderson.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, bro. You know how it feels, isn't it? You see the player go to thrive somewhere else.
Yeah. Listen, no, but the thing about Elliot,
the life of a Chelsea fan, bro.
But do you think you know what the difference is with Elliot and Lewis? I'll just ask you simple. Do you think Lewis Hall is one of the better left backs out there in football right now?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah. Is Elliot Anderson one of the top midfielders out there in world football?
No.
It's very good, but Lewis Hall, for his position, is like up there.
I agree.
Find me a team in the league you don't start for.
There isn't, bro.
Yeah. Honestly.
There isn't. You know what I'm saying?
Like
Like he
like
probably,
today, bro. Oh my
I don't
god.
know. It depends on how highly you rate Hincapié. Yeah.
Hincapié is
I,
a center back.
yeah, but he obviously could play left back, but
He
that's
does a
another.
job at left back, but that's not where you. Yeah,
That's yeah. But I
like
rate
Lewis
Lewis.
Hall when he gets on the ball, bro. He looks like a younger, like a Gareth Bale.
Yeah, he does that thing, that little step there. This
Yeah, he's so good
See
in
the way
tight.
he dribbles.
He's
You know when
so
he
good in
dribbles and
tight
just looks up.
spaces,
Yeah,
man. He's got
you're right.
power, good first touch. He finds the right pass. Defensively, he's very good. He's got recovery pace, but he doesn't rely on it. Like he's a fucking gem, bro. He's an absolute gem. So, but yeah, like losing Elliott was obviously disappointing. And I rate Elliott. I rate him very highly. I think he'll do. I think he'll have a fantastic career. Yeah, it sucks, but yeah, he's
Yeah,
a
I'm telling
baller,
you, it
man.
sucks.
He's been our player of the season, Lewis Hall. Been our player of the season.
Listen, I wouldn't. I'm not surprised he said that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a very solid player. I think especially Livermento. Which one is it though? You know, what's the guy's name? What's the other guy's name?
Tino Livramento,
Obviously
Valentino.
Livermento, but obviously Livermento's kind of injury prone.
He is
Yeah,
injured. Yeah,
and
I was kind of
well, I'm
surprised
not
he
sure though.
started.
Is my man injury prone as well? Lewis Hall.
Who?
Lewis Hall. Or is he
Uh,
there more consistently?
you know what? Let me look on transfer.
I don't know. I feel like he's.
A
I
little
feel like
bit,
I always
but
kind of
not as
see him
bad.
there,
Not as
but
bad as Tino. Not as bad as Tino. He is a little bit. Let me look it up. Yeah, I'll do share screen on
yeah.
transfer market.
And in the meantime, chat, yeah, make sure you're hitting the like button.
Back to
Get us to 20 likes. You know what I mean? And also make sure you subscribe to Strasbourg Steve. His link is in the title.
appreciate it.
And if you put !Steve, his link will pop up in the chat. And if you click the link, it will not take you away from the stream. It will just minimize your stream. You can subscribe and then just continue watching the stream. And if there's anything else you lot want us to talk about, just put it in the chat. Let me share your screen.
So yeah, honestly, that's it for Lewis Hall injuries his whole career. So yeah,
Oh, okay. He missed 21 games.
ankle and hamstring.
That's why. Is that when Lewis that Miley brother played, isn't it?
Nah, that's when Dan Burn was playing left back a lot.
That's it. It's Dan Burn. I forgot about that guy, bro. The tree. You know? I forgot about him, bro. Yes. Yeah.
Anyhow, can't resist putting that guy on a football pitch every single time. I
Yeah,
wasn't
it's
surprised.
Livramento that's very injury prone. The
Yeah,
more I think about
Livermento's
it,
way
it is
worse.
him.
So overall, Lewis Hall's missed 28 games for us across. Well, we got him 23, 24. So that's not terrible. He was out for a month with the hamstring. So he's been playing consistently since February 11th, and we're March 14th. So yeah, Tino's a lot worse. With injuries. It's a shame because he's a baller too. I don't think he's nearly as gifted as Lewis Hall going forward, but very good driving with the ball.
This brother's a baller, bro. I've always liked it, Tino. When I remember he went, I'm pretty sure he left us and went to Southampton.
Yeah,
and that's really where he flourished. Yeah, and then
yes,
I think that I'm pretty sure they ended up signing him there.
yeah.
And I think that's where he got his ACL in it. Yeah, look, that's where he got his
Southampton,
ACL.
51 games.
Yeah, ACL, bro. That's just a mad thing, innit? When it comes to ACL. But then look, he hasn't missed that many games over the years. But look, actually he has, yeah, because after his ACL, look, he got ill one game.
The illness is like, all right, whatever.
Yeah. But then he got 5 games, and then he got 2 games missed in one season. So we lost missed 7 games, and then 2024 he has missed 1 game. So that's 1. So he's played that whole season then. And then 25, 26, 9, 350. Yeah, he's missed most of the season. You're right. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. So Lewis Hall ain't injury prone. Tino definitely is.
Hmm. And that's the thing about Newcastle. Like for me, obviously you got a good cover in terms of a experience and that with Trippier, but then he does that with some few bozo things here and there sometimes. Yeah, but
Yeah. I'll
it's
give a
still
lot of
like
credit to Trippier because, like, he's been having to play all those games that Tino has missed, basically. He's had some clangers, but he's done much better than I thought. I still think we need to move on from Trippier and a lot of players in the summer. I think we need to move on from a lot because we do have a lot of older. We're either too old or too young with Newcastle.
yeah.
We've
And
got young
what
talent. We've got
yeah,
young talent.
what's your like PSR situation now? Like, have you managed to not necessarily get over it, yeah, but are you guys in the process of fixing it? Because obviously you have spent money in terms of like Votamade and some other players, yeah, like
And
Alanga.
Ramsey, Langa
But if these things don't work out, you end up having to dip into the market again,
to replace them.
or you need to be able to sell them. Obviously, we kind of get away with it because yes, we spend a lot of money and we've sold hotels, and I know, but at the same time, we sell players well, and I think that's sometimes what keeps us ticking in it. Do you get what I'm saying? In terms of, I don't even know who. Like even when we sold Jao Felix, we sold him essentially for the same money we bought him for. The Saudi, like we always sell players, innit? And I think when players feel, even like a Madueke, 25 million sold him for 50. Like for me, I have a feeling that it's just one of those things, innit? That it's one of those where you just gotta, if you guys don't start, because remember you'll always be in that same place. Do you get it? You'll never really make that step up. I think maybe Newcastle
You
fans
can
were
only
thinking
make that step up with elite recruitment and a manager.
yes, because otherwise you'll get the otherwise you get the Isak situation again.
Yeah, because
Which is
nobody
where
can tell me, nobody can tell me that it's impossible for Newcastle to challenge for a Premier League or whatever. Bro, RC Lens in France have been fantastic. They lost today 2-1 to Lorient. They're still only a point behind PSG. PSG have the game in hand because obviously they got the Nantes game canceled so they could play you guys with some
yeah.
Like
Hold on, yeah,
Lens didn't.
Lens are-
Lens had no expectation. RC Lens had no expectations from anyone, any of their fans, nobody to challenge for a league title. That was played. That pressure and expectations were put squarely on the door of Olympique de Marseille, given their spending and their manager and their firepower up front.
Yeah.
And their recruitment in the summer. They have flopped massively like Olympique de Marseille always fucking do for the past like 15 years. Lens have done it, and they barely spent nothing in the summer.
But that's when you have a good
from
team.
other leagues. So
that's when you have when
with
that's
good
like
recruitment.
That's like a what's that situation called again? That's like the whole that's like the Leicester situation where you have a good manager, the team's all, even though they're not the best quality, everything's just going well.
Everything clicks. You just get that right group of players and they play out of their freaking minds.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah. So that can happen again. That can happen again. It's just, do you have the bro? You watch Eredivisie, NEC are phenomenal team to watch. They've scored. I think they've outscored the whole of the Eredivisie besides PSV, and they just beat them today 3-2. Slap them.
Yeah. PSV. Yeah, PSV.
Yeah, slapped them.
Well, Breda. You talking about Nak Breda, innit? And Nijmegen. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, their football is insanely risky. Like, my God, they attack with such ferocity, and they like this Dick Schroeder manager, bro. This guy he's been insane. And like nobody thought that they would finish above Feyenoord, Ajax, Twente, AZ, Utrecht. Like, and they say
remember Feyenoord had this. Feyenoord, oh my days! You see, Feyenoord, yeah, they got Van Persie as manager. It started well; they were top of the league, and then they fell off. And then every game I was looking, because remember, I used to live in Rotterdam, innit? I
Yeah.
spent most of my life there, my childhood there. So obviously, I always used to watch Feyenoord games and that. But bro, I swear down here, my team goes rubbish. That team goes rubbish. You know what I mean? I can't do anything. But in general, they fell off, and then I went back to see the table a couple months later,
They went on a
and they're like
losing
a couple.
streak.
They're still second or whatever it was, and I was like, wait, what? But
Yeah.
obviously, Ajax have their problems. PSV is running away with it almost every season at this point.
19-point lead they have.
Yeah,
But my point is with NSA is like they don't have one of the bigger budgets in their division.
well, nah.
They recruited well. And they brought in Dick Schroeder from the second division of Spain. And they're gonna be in the KNVB Becker final.
Yeah, KNVB Becker, yes.
Yeah, they're gonna be in the final against Azad. I kind of favored them to win that game.
They probably will. You know what I'm saying? They probably will.
Go ahead, Eagles have won a Europa, and they're doing well in the league last season as well. So look, my overall point is like, yeah, Newcastle. Yeah, we might not get. We're not going to get there with Eddie Howe and splurging huge money on Elanga, Ramsey, and these guys. You need to recruit smart. If you have the right group of players and they click, you can do whatever. Like Aston Villa were challenging for a league until it fell off, until it completely fell apart because of injuries. And
listen, what do you think of? I know I'm gonna kind of swerve here, but obviously, Sean put this in the chat saying I have a feeling Mike Penders will be number one next season. Sanchez will be back up. What do you think of Penders? Obviously, they call you Strasbourg Steve for a reason. You watch all the Strasbourg games. So, what? I haven't really been watching. I've watched a couple of games. I watched the PSG game and some other game here and there when I got time. But what do you think of him? Because obviously what did they label him? They labeled him the next Courtois because he's tall in Belgium or something. But I know that he's that kind of goalkeeper that Rossini likes. That just he's good with his feet and that. But what do you think of him as a shot stopper?
I think he does very well for the most part. However, he has this tendency. When I was talking about earlier about goalkeepers making the save is only half of the battle. It's where does it go? He needs to work on parrying out from danger. It happens too often where he makes saves and you parry it right back into danger. And then your center backs have to make a frantic challenge. They might commit a foul because they have to just make some freak play to save it. And it's just
it's one of those the ball's falling in the air and the center back can just turn around trying to kick it and he ends up kicking the defender, the attacker instead.
It's like he needs to work on some of that shit, but has he been largely good for us?
You know what that makes me say? That makes me go to the next thing, which those are the kind of goalkeepers that just think about getting to the ball and not what happens after. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they just want to get to the ball and they make that amazing save in the top corner and then he just goes straight to the striker to finish it, bro.
Yeah,
but yeah, like
so that's something Penders really needs to work on. But his cross claiming is good. His kicking is good. Distribution's good for the most part. I think he's got a lot of composure on it. But yeah, it's just for me that the safe placement basically. What happens when you make the save? Where does the ball end up? Away from danger or towards danger? That's something he has to work on. Has to. And that can improve with time. I think that can improve with time. But he's got like the reflexes and the athleticism for a very good goalkeeper. He's got the frame. Uses it well.
Yeah, he got the frame. And obviously if you're that tall, it's much easier to get to make some of the saves, It's not like, remember, being a Kepa has a disadvantage as a goalkeeper. You know what I'm trying to say, innit? Then it's all about your positioning and stuff like that. But then my only issue that I've ever had with Courtois is that if you want to score, just aim between his legs, bro. That's the one place.
Yeah, you can go 5-hole.
Obviously, it takes you long to get down, innit, as a goalkeeper. So, besides that, like, the reason I asked you that is just because I watch Penders a lot, and I know that he's the one guy they've sent over there to make sure he gets consistent minutes. And I think with what happened with Jurgensen recently, yeah, I have a feeling that they're trying to get Sanchez to get used to the bench. I think that's something that they're trying to do because I have a feeling that they probably want to keep Sanchez. They don't want to get rid of Sanchez, so they'd
Right.
rather just probably get rid of Jurgensen because there's always been murmurs about Jurgensen potentially leaving anyway.
Right.
And because he wants more minutes, blah blah blah. And I think if they just get rid of him, and if Penders becomes the guy, or even if Sanchez is there and then Penders slowly makes his way into the first team, or in terms of becoming a starter, he has someone like Sanchez, you know what I mean, to be
Yeah.
behind him in it. So I don't think that would be bad. I think that would be calm. I just don't. Sometimes Penders can't be worse than what you have. It's similar to the Lamens thing. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just you need a goalkeeper. Things are going wrong. Just get that goalkeeper and let's keep it moving. Because Mamadou Sarr, he's played well in the games he's played. The only game I felt like he's been shaky was well, not necessarily shaky, but he was part of the mistake was with
Arsenal.
Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? Besides that, I thought I would see him play today, considering the two centre backs made those mistakes or were shaky against PSG. And I thought that there's some of these players of this team would be rested in it against you lot. So I thought I'd see Mamadou Sarr, Hato, and some of these other players in it. So I don't know. We'll see. Time to shine says nice win, Steve. Reckon he can make Europa now.
I'm still skeptical, bro. I'm still skeptical because we haven't shown consistency in the league, performances or results really. Today was a great one-off, but then and Man United when we beat them to hand them their first L under Carrick, that was a good one-off. Problem is, fucking, you follow it up. You have the Everton loss, and then you follow it up with the Newcastle. We beat Man United, and then follow it up with the Chelsea win. Cool. Now we have the derby. Now it's time to fucking deliver. And this is the issue. All season, our fans, when we get a good result or an occasional really good performance, unexpected one, we fumble. We drop the ball, bro. We crumble. The game we played against fucking Sunderland in the derby when we lost 1-0, it was one of the worst games of football I've ever seen in my life. I watched a lot of football. We're dreadful in that game. Dreadful. Like nothing. There was nothing there. There was no urgency. There was no competence. It was shit, bro. It was shit. And a lot of our fans turned on Eddie Howe. I've already been on I think we gotta change up Eddie Howe for sure thing for 2 years now. Because I think we just need a change. But so do I think we make Europa? Nah, I think we miss out. Because once you expect us to fucking turn the corner and all this, we don't. Whether it's the manager making poor lineup choices or poor in-game management, which he still has a bad tendency of. He still has a tendency. He's not good at in-game management. He's really not. If his plan A works, it works well. But as soon as plan A gets figured out, it's like, yo, you gotta switch it up on the fly, and he's not shown enough to do that. So I think,
Do you think that it's starting to become a bit stale on the Eddie Howe?
Yeah. I think it's been stale for a while. That's why I said on a one-off game, we can do something impressive.
Yeah, I'm thinking
get a good result.
I'm thinking you give it to Eddie Howe's friend. You know what I'm saying? The guy next to him, bro.
Tyndall.
Yeah, that's it. Because remember, there was a period they all kept panning the camera to him and that, like a season or 2 seasons ago, and that wherever he became the. But yeah, man, I think there's a point where your club has to take that next step in it, because otherwise, you obviously not flirting with relegation and stuff like that. You've moved on from that. You've won the trophy. I think as a fan, you just want to keep going forward, because at some point you want to be challenged. So Otherwise, you know what happens? You end up being in that same. Because last season, I know Isak is a different kind of player, and I know people keep mentioning him, but he kind of showed that obviously instead of staying and you guys going for like the Europa and then kind of going up or whatever you want to call it, or even getting yourself into a Champions League spot, which you have, and then trying to see how far you can get in those. I think it's one of those for me where if you keep stagnating, Bruno Guimaraes might go, Tonali might go, and then you have to replace them. Do you get what?
Lewis
Like,
Hall,
you just be that
Livermento,
guy who just people
Botman,
just come and pick
Shadow.
your best players, and then you just
Yeah,
always stay in that. You survive to stay, and if you get it wrong once or maybe in two windows, all of a sudden you get it, so you're down there with Tottenham, and if they are back there again. But
exactly.
th- this is why sometimes a lot of us always talk about the transfer windows, isn't it? Because the transfer window is what determines your season. You can get away with it sometimes, but you've seen it. I could see this season. Like we knew that after last season, if these things don't get fixed, we'll be back in the same place again. And and it's one of those things where if you don't solve your problems, they come back to bite you. Do you know what I'm saying? They come back to bite you. Oh yeah, you've answered them already.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, Russ Wilson was at Nottingham Forest. He joined in this January. Listen, they got rid of their own one in Eddie. What's his name? What's that guy name? Eddie. That's it. They had
yeah,
Edu and then got rid of him, bro. So they've replaced. Now Edu had a different job probably. Or so did Ross Wilson come to you guys and then they had Edu? Was Edu already? Oh,
yeah. Edu is the Ross Wilson replacement.
but he wasn't working. He just get
He
okay.
joined
Makes
us.
sense.
Yeah, joined us in January. And I like the players that we're linked with. Saeed Almada at Köln, baller. Would be a breath of
You
fresh
just need to get the deals over the line
breath of
essentially, innit?
fresh air in the Premier League. We're linked with Lamine Camara at Monaco. It's a good Tonali replacement if we end up selling Tonali.
But instead of having them as replacements, you'd rather have them on the bench.
Yeah, yeah,
And if they go, you still have those players. But if they don't go, or Tonali, Bruno are injured, you have those players that you're mentioning here that are
yeah.
there.
I
Do you get
think
me? And you're
Bruno
not.
G. I think Bruno G is gonna stay with us for the foreseeable. He really he like he's fallen in love with Newcastle, bro. And he could have
I've
joined
said
Man
this to
City.
people,
Could have joined
because I
Man
heard a
City.
lot of people say, yeah, I could see him come to United and all that. I don't see it. I
Ah,
have a feeling that he likes. Obviously, he also know because remember, sometimes in some of these clubs as well, if you're a captain, you get judged differently in terms of if you leave, people will not remember Isak leaving and other people leaving. Oh, the captain left us at this moment. Do you get it? It's a bit different. And I feel like he knows if you start taking that responsibility, you also want to make sure you bring something back. And I think I have a feeling that he seems to like he wants to stay, especially after winning that Carabao Cup. He wants to like
yeah,
he felt like it means more in it, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
Trent.
He's slowly brought
It
in.
means more. But I could see
It
him
means
staying.
more.
It's the Tonali. As much as I thought
Yeah,
Tonali really after, because remember the whole way he came to Newcastle and da 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 da.
with the betting thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he didn't know what Newcastle was and whatever. But since he's kind of realized how much, sometimes a lot of players, yeah, once the fans love them and they realize how big the club is and they get used to it, whatever. Sometimes they're like, you know what, the grass ain't always green on the other side. Because
yeah,
he has to also remember the way Milan let him go. So you don't always want to take that risk just going around and you get yourself in a worse situation than you were in before, innit? So
right.
yeah, man, like it's one of those. Then it's one of those. But yeah, we both have a lot of business to do in the summer, and I
Yeah,
don't know about you, but I don't necessarily trust my 4 or 5 sporting directors. Do you get me? And my owners and all that. I don't know what's going on, whether we have PSR issues or not. Because one minute you hear we might have PSR issues, next minute you don't know. So like, it's not the same as just knowing exactly what's going on in it. So yeah. Tonali is proper twerking. You guys need to either tie him to a new contract early or sell him early in the summer so it doesn't drag all summer. To be fair though, the, nowadays contracts aren't really ways of tying players. Like you can have a player sign a new contract and sell him straight away. I'm pretty sure we've done that before. just to make sure you protect the value so you can get as much as you can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then you just
In
turn
a
around to
release
the player,
clause.
say, if you want to leave, we just let them pay the money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's easier as that. But what do you think?
Yeah, if you don't want to be here no more, we gotta sell him. We clearly learned. And with Isak, I was like, yeah, just let him go. If he wants to go to fucking Liverpool, let him go then. Fine. Let him go. But we pissed around, wasted a bunch of time. And that's why we got Voltamatta like last second though. Like it was the whole transfer window last season was handled horrifically.
Yeah, because we were linked to Voltamada, yeah. And obviously he used us to get a new contract at he
Stuttgart.
signed a new contract at Stuttgart, which funnily enough falls into the same thing we just spoke about, where you get a contract, but then he was linked to Bayern Munich. I think they just had to make
Bayern didn't want to pay no more than 55, 60 million.
Yes, and
We
then
met the release clause.
me and Joey used to have those conversations, and he's like, "Bro, there's a guy called Voldemort there, and he will send me some link over Twitter to watch, go watch whatever, some comp." And I was like, "Hold on, this brother is tall. Like, how can he move like that? And he's that tall. Do you get it? Like, he's."
Did you ever think, "Oh wow, what a good midfielder"?
Yeah, I didn't think midfielder, but it was from the videos I remember seeing was how he was. To be fair though, I felt like he was from where he was getting the ball, he was just driving through players and you know what I'm saying, and doing what he was doing. And I was like, I mean, if his finishing is good, we can do with that. You know what I mean? But obviously he ended up going to Newcastle because they put the money down and but you guys were struggling at the time to get players because every player you wanted, everyone else wanted. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it wasn't easy as well. But that's also a situation that some you don't want to be in because everyone knows you're looking for a striker. You know, especially like in the summer, that's how it's like. They knew Isak's
you
leaving.
need to get creative. You need to go look at NSA. Look at
who's that striker? Who's that striker at Leverkusen, bro? The one that's bullying Gabriel the other day.
You got Christian Kofane, the young tall youth from what African country is he from?
Who's the guy? Yeah, I think it was him, bro. He was bullying Gabriel the whole game.
Yeah.
But how did they? How did those people find these players?
He's a slender looking dude, but he actually has like a lot of like physical qualities to him. He's a handful, bro. He's a handful. He's got a good first touch. He looks to make things happen. And then they have Patrick Schick in reserve. Very solid.
Yeah, he was injured or something, which is why I didn't play. But
he played today against Bayern and he balled out today. He was fantastic. Every single touch Schick did, it was like perfect way to pass, perfect decision making. Like he's a true like foil for others. He gets others involved in the game really well. Like your team plays. Leverkusen play better when Schick is just doing his thing. So yeah, it's one of those like Kofane. Newcastle should look at a Kofane. Because Man United or whatever, if they were looking for a striker, fine, let them have fucking Sesko, whatever. Let's go for Kofane instead. They bought Kofane from Segunda, second division of La Liga.
Second division,
yeah. Panicelli at Strasbourg, second division of Spain. Bought him for a few mil. Panicelli is a wicked striker, by the way. Like typical rough and tumble Argentine number 9, but he's techie. He holds up the ball well. He strikes the ball well. Like he's a handful, bro. He's a complete forward.
You know what it is though? What I noticed over time, obviously all the other leagues, I'm not someone who downplays other leagues, and just says that league and this league. But obviously, what I've noticed when I was watching the Premier League is obviously not just the physicality. I feel like you don't get as much time on the ball, which is something we've seen with Gyökeres and some other strikers, especially if you don't have a good touch on that. But I think if you have a good touch, that's something that you can use to just get by yourself more time.
Of course. First touch is the most important thing in football for me.
Yes. So
I think it's the most important thing. A first touch, like everything you do
comes
after your first touch, your first touch needs to be on point in the right situation that you're in to do anything. If you have a terrible first touch, it's really hard to be a good player. It's really hard.
Yeah, it's not easy. You're right. It's not easy. Yeah, man.
In regards to time to shine about Leverkusen having a chance for, they do have a chance. They do. They're very, very well set up defensively off the ball. Very well. They can defend corners. They are a threat on corners. They didn't give Arsenal nothing in the first leg from opening
And they
play.
scored from a corner.
Besides the Martinelli one. Besides the
Yeah.
Martinelli hitting the crossbar, that's the only significant chance Arsenal really had. Leverkusen, I didn't think they tested Ryan enough, but they got into more dangerous goal scoring positions, and they made Arsenal fucking worry. Made them really worry in that game. So I think that game will go to pens. And I think Leverkusen actually do it, to be honest. You can see another 1-1.
Listen,
I think they have like a personnel, from a personnel perspective, in the way that they're set up. I think they've got a chance. Absolutely. I'd be very impressed if Arsenal.
I hope so. You know what I'm saying? I hope so, bro.
Yeah. They good team. Good team, man. A lot of talent.
Yeah, listen, because remember, obviously, I ain't watched Leverkusen since Alonso left and Frimpong and them man left. So I ain't really had time to watch in it. I know that I'm pretty sure they beat Bayern, innit? Did they beat Bayern?
Today? Nah, 1-1.
1-1.
You hung off your life for a draw, bro.
Jackson got sent off and someone else got sent off.
Yeah, he's a moron. Talk about fucking...
Hey, listen, so some of my fan base are saying bring him back.
Take
You know
him.
what I'm saying?
It's all yours.
Hey, listen, yeah.
All yours, bro. You want that? Cool. Fine by me. It's not much there, bro. It's just not much there. That's the last thing you should do as a backup forward. Get a fucking red card needlessly in a game like that. And that Kane has to come on again.
That's what I'm saying, man. He's done it to us, obviously, before he left for thingy. He done it to us in the Club World Cup. He done it against Newcastle. If you remember. And he always used to get silly red yellows for dissent. Like most of his yellow cards were for dissent. And then when the season started to get to the end of the season, in that running, because remember we had a similar running that we're gonna have this season, where it's essentially you have to win every game. He decided to say, you know what, I'm upgrading my yellows to reds. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you are as bad as you are in terms of Jackson's finishing, you should be focusing much more on finishing than you do duels and all the other things that don't matter, like in terms of what your job is, isn't it? And I feel like with him, people keep saying bring him back. The thing is, though, obviously you can tell me. I feel like football's changed a lot, in terms of how we assess players, innit? Obviously, a lot of us want instant success in terms of a player comes in and you just want him to go up and running.
Yeah.
But like, people don't want to give players more than a season anymore.
And I think it all depends on the player. Bro. Like when we got Alanga, for example, I didn't want him before we signed him. When we signed him, I was like, no, I do not like this signing at all. And I've been
that's like my Garnacho thing, though. That's exactly
in terms of like who's someone we signed that I'll actually give it. Voltemada, I'll give him another season.
Yeah, but I feel like Voltemada wasn't bad.
I want to see him under a new manager, though. This midfield thing is dumb.
But we see with Voltemada, though, With Voltemada, I feel like he had part of a good season. As in, he showed you something, innit?
Yeah.
But
you got the brace versus you guys.
Yeah.
Scored a banging header against fucking Wolves. Like he's had some good moments. Scored against Villa FA Cup. Scored against score against Villa. Scored a
Remember, he
yeah
had that period when he
against
was scoring
Chelsea.
headers. He had that period when he was scoring headers and that.
Yeah.
He had
Scored
a little
against
period beginning of
Tottenham.
the season where we just banging, and
Right.
everyone started talking about Remember, they were calling him Voldemort. Do you
Volta
remember?
Messi, bro.
And he was scoring. So I'm saying he had like a period where he showed something. Because it was the same with João Pedro, innit? He started the season scoring, and then he just went quiet.
Just
And then
vanished.
everyone was saying, "Oh, he's flopped or blah, 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 whatever," and then he's kind of picked it up again. But like, I'm looking at someone like a Dalap, yeah, and I don't know what's going on with him because like even at Ipswich, I didn't think he was as bad as this in it.
No, he
But
wasn't as bad as this.
you know what it is? Like the more I think about it, I've always complained, yeah, about how we create. Like we play like we have a false nine in it, or we have a nine in the box, and obviously, if you mention this with other people, the first thing they say is that, "Oh, you're just making excuses for him," and da 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 da. Because with Chelsea, the thing we have here is that people don't like players as the human beings. I don't like this guy, and once you become I don't like this guy, they don't like anything you do. Even if you do a good thing, he will still poor, da, da, da,
Yeah.
whatever. But in general, I feel like there's so many other aspects to football, in it. Whether
Yes.
like, because for my thing is there was a period where people were saying Dalap, Dalap, Dalap. I'm like, bro, we used to complain about Jackson missing sitters, but no one can tell me the last time Dalap missed a sitter until today, or even probably before. But there was a period where we're all complaining about him, but he's not really getting anything. He's just in the box and fighting. But I was like, yeah, that's fine. But obviously, when it gets to all the way till now, it's like, okay, cool, you ain't done anything. You got one Premier League goal. You know what I mean? You can't be
Yeah.
defended anymore, innit? But he has the attributes to be a very good striker. But I have a feeling. I feel like, look, if we are gonna get a striker in the summer, I feel like we should just send this brother on loan.
Yeah.
Send him on loan. If he does well, think about either you bring him back or you just sell him. If he do, and because remember his value right now is just the rock bottom.
Plummeted. Yeah.
Rock bottom. If they sell him,
Bin.
I feel like it's the dumbest thing you could do. Obviously, we got Omega, but I don't really know because I watched Omega's first ever game for the Netherlands where he started against, or he came off the bench for against Lithuania, I think it was.
Yeah.
And brother, like this guy had five sitters, bro. He missed five sitters, you know. Like, bro, I'm thinking there's no way. I was happy for him. I wanted him to score in his debut and all that, in terms of starting, da da da. And I'm seeing man just miss sitters and sitters. I'm like, you done really well, but you're missing. You know what I'm saying? Then he was mad because with the lap, I was like, yeah, he can hold the ball, da 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 da. I've never complained about like I always used to say with the lap, yeah, when I was watching my Ipswich, he can hold up the ball. You get me? His first touch was good. I was like, yo, it's good.
Yeah, it's right. Yeah,
All
yeah.
of a
First
sudden, he
touch,
comes to
yeah.
my club, he ain't got no first touch, bro. I'm
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
How does this work?
Yeah.
And there's periods where he goes to hold he holds on to the ball, but then there's no players around him, and then you get intercepted, and they're like, "Why? I don't know why he's hold on to the ball." I'm like,
He's
bro,
like fighting dudes.
so I feel like what happens is, yeah, some players, and you can have that in your local team, man. When players don't play well, they end up it goes away from football, innit? Because now it becomes just a battle on the pitch. Some players can't always focus and just trying to get the best out of their football. We had that with Levi Kowa last season, where
Yeah.
every time things went wrong or he made mistakes or fell asleep, he'd end up taking it out on another player. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's all of a
Right,
sudden he's starting fights or he's starting arguments or he's pushing this guy and that guy. Or I said, no, channel that anger into doing the right thing on the pitch.
productivity.
Yes, and I feel like with the lap, it's become, you know what, I'm stronger than most of these guys, so let me just elbow them. And so I feel like,
He gets
yeah,
thrown off his game, bro. Gets thrown off his game.
it's thrown off his game, and obviously it throws off the belief in the player, which then it's difficult for him to also get his confidence back up.
Yeah.
Do you get me? So it is one of those. Obviously, seeing a João Pedro scoring goals is good for us as a team because that means he takes the pressure off him. But at the same time, you also realize that he has a mountain to climb if he wants to make it at Chelsea. But with Delap, it looks like he has two mountains to climb. You know what I'm saying? Not
Yeah.
one. But it's difficult, bro. Like it's difficult for him. But listen, if you don't show, obviously this is Chelsea. If you don't show levels, that's what happens. But
Yeah.
you know how it is sometimes, bro. You get go the players after the first season, and then he ends up going somewhere else and bagging in all the goals, and then you think, bro, we bought him for 30 million. He could have been our 9. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's not
Yeah.
like we spend so much
Sometimes it
money on
just
him,
don't
and
happen. Sometimes, bro, is one of those. Sometimes it just don't. It wasn't ever gonna happen at your club for whatever reason. It's just unlucky.
that was my thing with Salah. I've never been upset that he left Chelsea. I never felt like he was good enough. I never felt like he was gonna do anything anyway. But great, and I've always said that
Or De Bruyne,
De
another one.
Bruyne, with De Bruyne, I've always heard murmurs. Yeah, even when I was younger, because remember he was from Belgium, so you
Yeah,
always hear things. Yeah, but like I feel like if you look at it like from the way I'm looking at it, some of these players, even the De Bruyne, what's it called, the Salah, they wouldn't be the players they are today if they didn't go through what they went through. So like
yeah.
a lot of people always look at it like if we had kept him, he would have been like this. But I'm like, but the
Nah,
things that happened through in Basel, Fiorentina, Roma,
yeah.
he probably learned things that
De
made him the player.
Bruyne with Wolfsburg and Werder Bremen, like that
Yeah,
dude
so
is.
being at Chelsea didn't equal. It's not necessarily going to be equal what we've seen from De Bruyne and now, like that last couple of years and
Oh,
that.
we had Ivan Tony. Newcastle had Ivan Tony 2015-16. It didn't work out. I think he went to Northampton Town. Then I think he went somewhere else. Then he went to Brentford. And if he didn't go to Saudi, he could have gone to an Arsenal or a Chelsea.
I wanted Ivan Tony in the
Yeah,
summer.
because he a
I said,
bad boy.
you know what my thing always was? I wanted Ivan Tony, and then I wanted Jackson as a backup. So I was like, you know what? There's no need to throw Jackson away. Yeah, keep him as a backup.
Mm,
He can learn from an Ivan Tony, and then if Ivan Tony gets to his stage where he's old or whatever, you can sell him. That's fine.
yeah.
But and then I just started noticing that nah, he's a star. Then they didn't get Ivan Tony. They were busy arguing with Osherman, and then obviously he went to Galatasaray, whatever it was. And then we ended up not getting anyone that summer, I think. And then the January window came, and I thought, you know what, if you're gonna get Delap, just get Delap now, and you know what I'm saying. You might as well throw the money on. We have a difficult running. Get Delap. Jackson's not firing to the point it started to affect Palmer because Palmer was putting all them chances on a plate for man to just keep missing. And then he just felt like he had to take it all on his own shoulders and he started missing sitters. You know what I'm saying? Even missed his first penalty. So that's when people talk about he only had one half, that he had one good season and 1.5 good seasons. He was poor last season. That's where it comes from because the season ended better than it was from the January onwards. But
Yeah.
yeah, so you have that aspect, and then you also have the other aspect in terms of like, um, you want to bring a bit more experience, but whether the club does that or not, it's one of those we just have to see. It looks more like a no than it is a yes at this moment in time, innit? So it's difficult to say, man. It's difficult to say. I can't
Yeah.
lie. Difficult to say.
You got any hope for PSG?
Hey, listen, I don't know. Like, if I say hope, I'm lying, innit? Because I kind of felt like the game's kind of
Yeah.
finito anyway.
Because I think they score at least 2 goals, to be honest. I don't doubt you guys will score goals, but I doubt you'll keep them quiet.
Who?
PSG.
I
I think you guys will have opportunities to score. Don't get me wrong. I think they will as well. I trust them to take theirs.
keeping PSG quiet. I don't
Yeah,
see that. Innit? So I would say
exactly.
no. See,
You
listen,
know what's weird? Yeah, you know what's weird?
Yeah.
The past year and a half with PSG in the Champions League, they've beaten Liverpool, Man City, Aston Villa, Arsenal, Chelsea.
Yeah.
I think there's one more, Spurs. All right. They've got them 6. Newcastle, we played 3 against them. Win, draw. The weird one, bro. We never lost.
You guys beat them.
4-1. Remember a few years ago?
Oh yeah, I
At
remember.
our place. Yeah. That was our first. That was one of our real big yo, we're here.
Mm-hmm.
We're here. We out here moments.
Yeah.
Then we got a draw versus them. 2 draws versus them.
Mm-hmm.
Last day of the group stage, and then last day of the league phase this season, and then when we were in the group of death at the Parc des Princes, we got a 1-1. That was a group with Dortmund, Milan, and Newcastle PSG. So, but yeah, they've been gutting English teams for fun, but they can't get through Newcastle. This is a fucking weird one.
Because to be honest though, on your day, yeah, Newcastle's quite not necessarily you are quite not necessarily defensive, yeah, but sometimes you have the like when you played Liverpool in the final, you guys have that have that one-off game you can just defend well and then just go nick a goal, like the proper English thing, you know what I'm saying? Just defend well, go nick it.
For days.
You got the running, everything. Remember, like if you got Bruno and all that in that team, you could just and Joe Linton just keep running, fighting to the end kind of spirit. Do you get what I'm saying? And then just go get. Listen, keeping the PSG quiet, that's for another day, bro. Yeah. We managed to do it in the thingy, but then you have to go with a plan. Because remember, we shocked them at the Club World Cup when we came with a plan, and then we just kept spamming the balls behind, which is something we could have done this game too, but we decided to kind of
play short,
attract the press, and then we just kept losing the ball even in midfield. Do you know what I mean? We tried to cross the ball to the other side, and then we'd lose it. And then if it's not, because my issue has always been with this team as well, where it's our passes aren't accurate, bro. We go into games sometimes overhitting, underhitting passes. Even Newcastle game, we've probably seen it, which is when you guys were getting the ball and just hitting us on the count, especially in the beginning of the game, because is there lackluster passes or the ones where they just don't know how much power to put behind it. Whereas in PSG, like even in this game, even the last game, we were passing it with power, with intent, and the ball was just moving. Do you get what I'm saying? So I can't predict results anymore. As much as I said to you earlier that I said 2-0 Chelsea against Newcastle, I can't predict games anymore because it's like I don't know what type of Chelsea is gonna turn up. Like if it's that Chelsea, then I know what I'm getting. But if it's this Chelsea, then forget about it. Do you know what I'm saying? The only thing I usually do now is if I feel like we might win, I'll just say a score that ends with a 1, because I know that even if we win, we'll concede 1.
Yeah, you make
you have to just add that 1. Even if Sanchez is in goal, there's a possibility of just conceding 1. But yeah, in other games we could concede more than that, but then I still kind of sometimes feel like we can just go. But then again, it's like, okay, cool. I can't even expect my team to go back and forth with another team, like ban for ban. And then the thing is, because we don't just score for fun in it. Because the Aston Villa game, we managed to get ourselves in behind and were clinical than usual. Players were firing, do you know what I'm saying? And Enzo Fernandez was playing well, and that's what I meant with our creativity being there, because then other players get the opportunities. Even that pass he made for João Pedro through the midfield, that we don't see that often. But then people will keep telling you, but the striker's not getting fed. Do you know what I'm saying? You keep telling me PSG, he was on an island. Do you know what I'm saying? So there's not really a consistency in the way we play, especially going forward. For me to say, you know what, I expect this guy to probably get 1 goal, maybe 2, and this guy might score. Palmer, we don't know what game he's going to turn up in or not, even though he played well in the first half of PSG. But he's not as clinical as he was before, and I just feel like he's not trying to put too much weight, or he doesn't play at that same. He's not even doing step overs anymore. If you watch today's game, you could tell me he don't even do them step overs that he used to do a lot more, and just take on
the shimmy, little body feints.
He does the one shimmy and then he will just turn and just pass it. Because remember, step overs, you kind of got to lift your legs a bit up, which kind of does put a little bit of strain. No, he's not on it. So Yeah, man. Look, we'll just have to see what this team does. I've been saying from Maresca got sacked. I said, "Yo, simulate the season, bro." Not because I rated him highly or anything like that. It's just it's what you do throughout the season. Because when you sack a manager like that, you have to know who you're gonna get after that, and what is he gonna do to the team, how we are gonna play now. And you can see we don't even really challenge in big games no more. Do you know what I'm saying? We go into games, we don't even know
To
the.
be fair, in the PSG game, I would
Well,
argue
that's what I
was
liked
more.
about it. But once you say that, it becomes a thing of like, oh, you lost though, you know?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I felt like we played well for 70 minutes,
yes,
and then we know what happened afterwards, innit? And if you really decipher the game itself or break it down, you say, okay, cool. One was the mistake from the goalkeeper that we gave away for the Vitinha goal, and then you got one for this and one for that, and you're like, okay, cool. That's how we've lost it. But I think 3-1, I thought we were still in it. Even when they conceded or whatever, I think was it 3-2 or whatever it was, I still kind of felt like we were in it. But then when you start conceding the way you do, heads just drop in it. That's just the way football works. Your heads
yeah,
start dropping. So for me to come and tell you what I think is gonna happen against PSG, all depends on the lineup, mate. You know what I mean? Because I
yeah,
kind of got
yeah,
debunked today in terms of I didn't know what lineup we would see. I knew that we'd get Sanchez in because I also know that you guys are quite you got tall players and that, so you could be a threat from corners. And I think Sanchez is better cross claiming, so I kind of expected to see Sanchez anyway. And then the reason Jurgensen probably didn't play was not because he's got a groin injury; it's more like because he didn't clap the fans after he messed up. You know what I'm saying? He walked straight off the pitch and he was moaning and all that. So that's probably why he didn't. He wasn't on the bench at least. But that's my team, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? These men are just trying to waste time. Do you get me? Then the club's not in a good position in terms of what you want to call the debt, the debts or
yeah,
the no front shirt or sponsor thing. They love getting temporary ones to the end of the season nowadays. So I don't know. Obviously, I can't even really think of my players having rest because obviously you got the World Cup. You know what I mean? Then you come back. So we've had the Club World Cup the season before, which I think didn't just affect us. That also affected PSG. You know, with
yeah,
all the injuries they had throughout the season, innit?
yeah.
Uh,
I think the scary thing with PSG, bro. When I was watching the game, because you're right, 70 minutes in, it was a proper back and forth. You might even be able to make a case you edge it to Chelsea on performance and like just y'all put in. It was impressive. It was I was very impressed.
but
Then
this is
PSG
what I
got
always say,
going.
yeah. It's the individual
But then
quality.
they had and I think they're getting some Real Madrid voodoo. I think they're building their UCL heritage thing because, bro, I'm. If you told me that you if you swap out the PSG stadium and kits and players with Real Madrid players, that's some shit Real Madrid would do. Score 3 goals
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
out of thin
Yeah,
air.
they just have stinkers and brother just look at the City game the other day, bro. They got all these injuries and then all of a sudden man like Valverde decided
Magic.
he's taking
Yeah.
CR7
I
spot.
think PSG are building their I think they're starting to get their UCL like juju where they could just
For me,
they
it's
could
the how
create
Dev. Because
magic
remember,
out
this
of
team
nowhere,
that
bro.
team is just dead. You
Magic.
see, PSG, the way they play is just devastating, bro.
Yeah.
Like the way it's just the way they play. I know they're not. They didn't end up top of the league even last season in the Champions League and all that. But
That don't
bro,
matter though.
it's the style of play. It's all about speed, pressing. Their players are all deadly. Even though Barco, I don't really rate Barco like that, but
Scored a great the
he
finish was
scored that
very good.
banger. First goal when he scored, I didn't even say it. I didn't even shout. I didn't scream outside. Yo, that's a banger. You know what I'm
That's
saying? And I was kind of
fantastic.
happy Quaracella was off the bench, but then I remembered, but he might come off the bench. So, and then you saw what he could do, whether you want to call it
You got
someone's
Douay who
mistake
can
or
do
not.
that shit. You got Varskelia, like we just said with Barcola. You can cut as frustrating as Barcola is, bro. He's
This is
got a
what when I look
banger.
at my team, Steve. Yeah, I always say
Dembele speaks for himself.
if we get two centre backs of quality and a proper left winger. Forget the left winger. Even if we get those two centre backs, that raises your levels already. Because then we don't make those mistakes, and then we can build from the back onwards, innit? If we get, but the main things we need to get, or the whatever, I think is a left winger and two defenders, bro. And I feel like this team's already at a very good position. And then obviously you could start doing the little bonus upgrades, innit? You know what I'm saying? Let's get another striker. They can either put ahead or behind João Pedro. Yeah, I'm saying obviously we already have we're hearing
What?
rumors about links of Neto to Barca, but I feel like Neto might be the one person that might move on to make way for Quenda. Do you get me? Obviously, Omega looks like he might be coming in. There's rumors about Barco and all that. Like, but I don't care about midfielders, bro. I'm looking more at my defenders because those are the areas of concern right now that can help you now and also for the future, innit? Because remember, even if you have future plans, yeah, you still need to achieve It's like short-term targets and long-term targets. You want to be a millionaire, but in this moment in time, pay your bills. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Make enough to pay your bills and all the other stuff, but then you can also make money from the side, whatever. Like that's the thing, and I feel like they're so focused on the future, long-term targets that they're saying this is enough to get us to coast. You know what I mean? To just enough to have us coasting or whatever you want to call it, and then we'll get to that bit when we get there. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, no, bro, because football's not linear like that. This whole all the players will be getting experience together and grow together, and then there'll be a period they all end up like a PSG team. Yeah, like that. That's how they're looking at it. But football's just not like that, and I feel like that's just not just a waste of money, talent, and careers, and our age as well. Watching football, bro, that's a waste of time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because remember, then you all what are we gonna wait 20 years to win a league title, bro? Next season's gonna be a decade. Do you get me? It's gonna be a decade since we won the league, bro. I don't even feel like it's gone that quick. So it's crazy. I big up to 10 then, bro. James taking quickly Garnacho. Nah, listen, I hope so. But listen, I've said this, you know. I said, yo, if Garnacho wins me the Champions League or something, bro.
That's Havertz
Listen,
part, bro.
I'll be happy. Listen, I'll accept him. You know what I'm saying? I'll get a 49 shirt, bro.
That's a Havertz. That's a Havertz part mark too, bro.
Yeah, but I no no, but I wanted Havertz to succeed, but then it got to a point when I realized, you know what, yeah, this brother he's never really gonna do it, bro. So I might as well just keep it moving. You know, we don't need just know, yeah, just keep it moving, bro. That's what I said about him. So like I said, it is what it is. Big up to everyone, you know what I'm saying, that's still here. Like make sure you hit the like button. Let's see who's live, bro. We'll just redirect and then you get me? We'll redirect.
Sarcasm City's live.
Yeah. Yeah, he's live. And then yeah. Him and Zia. We'll just redirect his who's he doing the show with? That Don C.
Yeah, that's TJ Warren. Yeah.
Why is on the thumbnail, bro?
He might have been on earlier. I don't know.
But is he still alive though? Because remember, yeah, some of these people are ending their streams.
Yeah, he's still alive. Yeah, he's still alive. I just clicked on it.
Yeah, he's still alive with what's it called? Birdman.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we call him, Don C, bro. He's Birdman. You know what I'm saying? The B-Tech Birdman, bro. Listen, Steve, man, big up to you, man. Obviously, big up for pulling up.
Thanks for having me. Good shit.
And yeah, man, listen, we'll do some more stuff in the future, innit? So make sure you keep a lookout. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you're subscribing to my guy Steve as well. His link is in the title. And listen, I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace. It's been a long one, bro.